bless you. All right, let's go ahead and talk about audio. So hopefully you still have these clips here inside of your tracks. Go ahead, if you don't, just go ahead and put them in there. So starting off with the girl and then Mrs. Braunscheidel there. All right, first let's just look at inserting music. So if you come up here to a little music note, there's all kinds of free music that you can use. So you've got all of these here, and then you also have sound effects. And you've got different categories of sound effects. Or you can also go to the star, and let's say you want like upbeat music. You can put in like upbeat, and then you can come over here and hit audio. Okay, and then again, you click on these, and they'll play for you. And you can decide which ones you want. All right, go ahead now. I don't care which way you do it. Go ahead and find an audio clip and click it and drag it down here and drop it in the audio track here. So now sometimes you want the volume of your audio to be able to go up and down, like if it's playing behind like someone talking, for example. So here you might want to start off like loud, and then you might want to fade it down when Mrs. Braunscheidel starts to talk. So this is how you do that. Kind of the same thing with fading the image in and out. If you click on your clip, you'll see these options appear. You click on the fade option. Actually, once you click on the clip, this blue line will appear. So we're probably going to want it to fade down at the end of that. So go ahead, you're going to add in another little bubble there just by simply clicking on that blue line. So now you've got these two white bubbles, and it also says when you hover over it, right now it's 100%. Well, we're going to want it, I want it to fade down, but I kind of want it playing behind Mrs. Braunscheidel still, so I don't want it to completely fade out. So I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to bring it down. Usually I have found like, I don't know, 4-ish% is kind of good when you want it playing in the background behind somebody. And then you could, so let's go ahead and do that, and then play it and make sure that it is how you want it to go. I'm going to go ahead and play mine. Okay.
Am I going? Sorry, Becky.
Okay, so you'll notice that that worked out perfectly. So let's say at this end of this clip, let's go ahead and bring in another picture here. Let's just do, I don't know which one it is, behind Mrs. Braunscheidel here. Let's say we want it to go back up to 100% because you have an image again. All you got to do, again, add on another bubble. I clicked on it, clicked on the blue line. I'm going to bring that down to my 4%, so it 4-ish%, so it stays at that same level throughout the duration of Miss Braunscheidel talking. And I'm going to click it, another bubble, and I'll bring it back up at higher up, so that it becomes back to full volume on that clip. So go ahead and do that. Play it again, make sure it sounds right, and then come back to me. All right, now we're going to have a clip that has audio on it. We're going to mute it, and then we're going to put someone's voice behind it, like a voiceover. So go ahead, grab this clip here, this Miss Wall's voiceover clip. Bring that down, go ahead and drop it there. And then we're going to put this Miss Wall Rico voiceover behind it. Okay, so if I play this right now, you'll see the music's really loud, she's talking, but I want to hear Mrs. Wall talking. Now this is where this layering comes up. I think I've already explained this to you guys, but I'm going to keep reminding you that the layers, what's ever on the top track, that's going to be what's shown over top of other stuff. So each one of these tracks is a different layer. So this is layer 1, the top layer. This would be the middle layer. and that would be the bottom layer for now. So we want to mute this top clip because I don't want to hear her. So if you want to mute the clip, you're going to double click on it. You go to the volume right here, and we're just going to hit mute. Or you can also change the volume that way. And I'm going to hit done. And then for Mrs. Wall, then, when I play this now, and this clip isn't perfect, because we would need to trim it, obviously, but you'll get the idea. If I play it, oh, my music is still in there too. You know what I'm going to do here? Go ahead and do this. I'm just going to cut. I've got it selected. I'm just going to cut that, and I'm just going to delete the rest of that music. So you guys go ahead and do that. And when you come back, you'll see now, music stops, and then that's Miss Wall and I. Okay. That's, so let's say that's your voiceover. Let's see if I can find the actual part. Okay.
Forget what that looks like.
So that's what that is there. So you've got a clip, but you've got somebody's voice in the background. The number one mistake that I think happened with last semester's group of students that edited, they would have their music on 100%, and then they would switch to a clip of someone talking, and the talking would be really low. So you would go from like really loud music to really soft music, and that's really frustrating when you're listening to a clip because you're like constantly having to tweak your volume. So when you go from one clip to the next, you want to make sure that you're not going from either really low to really high or really high to really low. And that's when you would adjust your volumes here to make sure that that does not happen.